Hey everybody, how are y'all doing out there? I decided to title this next video Stuck on You. And no, it's not Lionel Richie's birthday or anything like that. Being stuck can actually prevent a lot of things from coming into your life, especially blessings and information that maybe God wants you to have. It'll cut the communication off between you and him if you put too much effort into thinking about somebody or something. Maybe you're at your job and you want to quit it. It's not really serving you, it's not doing anything for you, but the worst thing to overcome is somebody. Because in a lot of cases you don't have any choice if that person is constantly thinking about you. And you can look it up online, even somebody that constantly thinks about you, you have no choice but to think of them too. And so you can become stuck, and it kind of hurt you in a certain way. That was happening to me, and then I broke that. And I just had to keep on keeping on. I got myself involved with certain things. You have to keep busy, that's number one. And you have to keep trying to focus on something more important, which is God, of course. You put God first and you focus on him, then it becomes easier and easier not to think about that person any longer. I know it was real difficult in my last long relationship to stop thinking about this person. And I knew in my heart of hearts that she was thinking about me constantly. I knew it, and she might still be, I don't even know. And I don't know now because I had to fix myself or check myself before I wrecked myself, because it was a torment. And when I say torment, I put a capital T on it. It was terrible. I just couldn't get the girl out of my head. In every corner I went, I tried and I tried and I tried, and I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it was. It was just following me. It was like haunting me. And I opened up the Bible and I started reading. I started praying. And then I started getting busy. You have to, get off of your duff or whatever and start doing something creative. Everybody has a creative side to them. If there's something out there that you like to do or whatever, just try to do something to keep busy. I'm sure some people out there have had the same experience as me. But in my past now, I can tell you honestly, I never had that problem. It was never a problem. Even with my ex-wife, when we broke up, I didn't think about her 1 second. She did me wrong. I never told my children about it. She did really wrong to me. And I'm not going to put her, quote unquote, dead skeletons in the closet out here on YouTube. But she did me wrong, and she knows it. She never gave me an apology. She acted like everything was my fault, and she turned it around and told my kids that it was my fault when she knew differently. Now, I'm not Mr. Perfect. I did wrong in the relationship. I will never ever tell anybody that I didn't do wrong, but I didn't exactly do the things that she did. And if I could explain it to you, I'm sure 99.999% of all of you will agree with me that I couldn't stay in that kind of relationship. She did, however, have bipolar disorder. And the doctors also said that she was schizophrenic. And she was a narcissist. So, I mean, you put those combinations together and you know what you're going to get. I mean, you're talking a big tornado, F5, Category 5 hurricane, whatever you want to call it. It was bad. And I dealt with it as long as I possibly could. I tried to stick in there and fight it out, but it caught up to me finally. And I threw my hands up in the air. I was in the bathroom crying to my sister. And I told her, I just can't take it anymore. I can't do this anymore. You know, I took her to 3 different doctors because she didn't want to believe what they said. And then she turned around and went to the 4th one, who finally told her that she wasn't bipolar. And so she threw the medicine in the toilet, and she became 100 times worse than she was before she ever took the medicine. So it came down to it, and I just had to step out of the situation, and in doing so, she went and got the divorce papers. And I went to work one day, and I was a technician / machine operator, and they came to my line. They said, the police are up in the office looking for you. So I left everything and I went up to the office, and sure enough, he had this whole, what looked like a book in his hand. He said, I need you to sign these papers. These are divorce papers, and you're going to be summoned to court and this and that. And, you know, I kind of enjoyed that. I wanted it to work, but it wouldn't work. And, you know, I became happier after the situation was cleared. And then I ended up getting married a year later to another woman. That was a big mistake, but I was trying to help her get legalized here in the United States. She was from Honduras. And, you know, originally they were going to pay me money to do so, and all of that didn't work out. And then she wanted to get her kids here, and when her son finally came here, it all went out the window. You can't stay away from your kids that long and expect them to be, you know, angels or anything like that. They were not, and they treated her very poorly, and I told her that, but she didn't want to listen to it. And I went and applied him into the school. I said, well, he's got an opportunity to get an education here, and I think that's a pretty good thing. But he kept talking to her that, you know, he wanted to work. He didn't want to go to school. And I told her, if he learns stuff here, he's going to learn more than just going out there, you know, doing carpentry work or something like that, or cutting trees down, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like to do. But, you know, he had an opportunity to learn something and possibly become, you know, a lot better than what his family before him had experienced. But, you know, she wasn't listening to it. She wanted to do what he wanted. So she had me take her down there to the school, and she signed him out of it. And, you know, I didn't really feel good about that. And then only a month later, he was staying in the back bedroom, and I opened the bedroom door, and there was like 3 flat screen TVs in there, and you know, all these car stereos and you name it. It looked like a fencing place where, you know, people were storing stolen goods or something like that. And I just didn't understand it. And you know, I told her, I said, he's going to end up getting us in trouble because I don't know how it would have been anything in an honest sense. You're not going to come up with like 10 car stereos and 5 flat screen TVs and this and that. I mean, the whole bedroom was like full of this stuff. I was surprised that he was even able to get into the bed. It was that much stuff around the room. And I told her, but she didn't want to listen. Till finally we ended up breaking up over the situation. And I had to cut that situation loose also. Okay, people, I just want to say I love you. Love yourself. Love God. And please, try to love each other. Until next time, people, thank you so much.